Welcome and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference. Please announce yourself.
Carlos.
Hello, Jacob?
No, this is Carlos. I'm waiting for Jacob to jump on. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Rick, Carlos.
What's up, Rick? How are you, buddy?
Rick and Eddie is here. I'm good.
What's up,
I'm good,
Eddie?
man. I also have Eddie, my partner on the phone.
Cool. What's up, guys? How are you?
Good, we're good. Thank you very much.
Good, man. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Jacob to come on.
All right. So when Jacob comes on, Carlos, I'll just give you a quick introduction. I'll kind of just step aside. I think Eddie should be able to answer all your questions. If we can't, and there's anything we need to. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, I understand. That's okay.
Carlos, I can hear you. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, Jacob?
Yeah, this is Jacob.
Okay. Hey, Jacob, nice to meet you. On the phone. I'll just make a quick introduction and then we can take it. Eddie, I've been speaking to a very good contact of mine, Jody. We've been talking for quite some time, and she says that Jacob and Carlos has some questions and some interest in the Austell, Georgia property. So I let them know that we'd be on the phone with them today. I kind of didn't get a list of kind of questions. First off, I'm sure, like most of these calls, Eddie and guys, you guys as potential buyers want to make sure that you can get the information quickly. We can deliver the property. We're very close to being direct, so we can get those questions answered. And that's really about it. Any kind of financials or whatever, Eddie will, I'm sure, see whatever he can do to take care of that. So, again, we didn't get any specific questions. So if you've got some specific questions that maybe cannot be answered on this phone call, we will get the answers to you very, very quickly, as we can. So with that being said, appreciate it. So Eddie's on the phone. He can field your questions.
Cool. What's up, Eddie?
Hey, hi guys. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Pretty good. How are
Thanks,
you?
man.
Good.
Yeah, so Jacob.
Have you guys seen?
Oh, go ahead.
Have you seen the OM to the property?
Yeah, we took a look at the OM. I like it. I love the photos. I love all the information it has. Good property, man. Good stuff. So let me ask you this. I'm bringing it back up on my laptop really quick, so give me a second. But other than the price, what's your seller looking to do once they sell the property? Are they looking to invest in another property, or are they just looking to sell because they feel this is the right time ending that cycle that we're in?
Well, you just answered the question to that.
There you go.
It's the right timing. It's the right timing. There are also indications. Most of the investors are looking to diversify their portfolio. Some of them, but in this particular property, he's just looking to diversify into a larger acquisition. That's all.
Okay, gotcha. And so I just pulled up the email, and I'm seeing that the owner is open to seller finance, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then I'm reading some verbiage that says free and clear, and then I see some stuff that says assuming. Is there a debt in place, or is the property is it paid off?
Well, there is a debt in place with an assumption, which is the reason why the seller is looking for which is the reason why the seller is looking to entertain and give a buyer the opportunity to either to carry a note. But the goal would be, if he's going to carry a note, the note and the down payment has to cover paying off the first lien.
Okay. Gotcha. I totally understand what he's trying to get to. What's the amount that he has in the first lien?
Roughly about 760,000. Hence the need for as little as 50, to 75% down, and a note of, of the difference. Yeah.
Got you. So basically he's looking for, if he's going to carry, he's going to need at least 50% down of the purchase price. So then that can cover the first lien and put some money in his pocket, right?
Correct.
Got you. Okay. Let me see. So I'm just scrolling through. I'm still taking a look right here.
And those numbers could change as offers trickle in. I have had a share of experience where, offers are being reviewed by the seller in the same ballpark, and the seller said, well, now I don't want 50%, now I want 60%. Or now we no longer are, doing seller financing, we now want cash. Trust me, I have seen them all.
Cool. So if I was able to, come to an agreement and do some of the things that the seller wants, do you think the seller would be open to working with us?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm still taking a look at it. I'm just, getting some questions answered as I go through, and so I'm analyzing as I go. So let me ask you this then. Do you know by chance when this property last sold and what it sold for?
That information, well, good information. Let me see here. I know he's had it for a couple of years, did some upgrade to it. In regards to what he bought it for, I'm sure we can find in public information. I don't have that answer right now, but I can definitely dig something up.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries. That's cool. And so how's the client? How's the seller of this property? Has he been getting any offers? I've seen that it was at 2 million, it's down to 1.8. So how's he doing, like, looking at the offers with you guys?
Well, I can speak to that. I was the one that had a buyer that submitted a $2 million offer.
Okay.
And the buyer, we were supposed to go into escrow, and the buyer was not strong enough. They didn't have a strong schedule of real estate that they've owned, including with their financial strength was weak.
Okay.
Yes, they offered $1 million to win the deal, but they couldn't perform for us to go into a PSA. And that's why it didn't happen.
Okay.
And it was straight out cash transaction too.
Okay, I got you. So it was more the fact that you had somebody that came in and said that they could do this, and then it just fell through.
Yep.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I'm not in the area. I do own in a few other markets in Georgia, like Valdosta, Augusta, Columbus, Tunnel Hill. I'm trying to get into Atlanta market. But when I wanted to ask about the location, how's the location?
Oh, the location is a beautiful location. I used to live in that location back in the day. I relocated from Austell, Georgia back in 2006 to Arizona. And I still have family in Atlanta. I was actually at the property during the Christmas break. I just went and took a tour myself.
Okay.
It's in a county called Cobb County. Cobb County, they call it town on being busted. The cops don't play. It's a clean property. It's a clean county. Yeah, we call it count on being busted because if you go over the speed limit, you're gonna get. Yeah, so it's one of those.
What would you rate the neighborhood in the neighborhood that this property's in? What would you rate that neighborhood from, like, 1 to 10? 1 being like poor neighborhood, 10 being like a good neighborhood.
I would say an 8.
An 8. Okay.
I would say an 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Because any property you purchase in Atlanta that is in a Cobb County, the schools are good, the community is good, crime is low. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, just from my experience, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, from my experience, like South County is like kind of upper class, I guess you could say, as far as like it's right outside or near Yale. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's more desirable as far as living. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Cool. So Eddie, what do you guys under like for your net operating income? What do you guys like? What's the real number you guys are underwriting it to? I was looking at your performer right now as we're speaking, and then I'm looking at the current rents and stuff and seeing the current cap rate is. What do you guys?
The performer is projected for seven and a quarter. I tell you that new leases are being signed over 20% higher than previous lease. And it's still, underpriced based on what the market trend is. So that's where the seller is leaving those opportunities, those value add for the new buyer to see as an advantage.
Okay. And to go back to like the lien he has in place, is he only open to selling on terms with that that being his only offer? Is he open to allowing like me to take over the debt payments and continue those payments while at the same time give him money down?
Well, I mean, if your offer is to assume the debt, it would make sense because of what the market rate is today. I mean, any transaction that has an assumable loan, it makes financial sense to be able to qualify. That's one thing, to assume the debt.
Yeah. Would he allow me to do it by it subject to, where it's like I take title to the property if we buy it on terms, and then we just keep the debt in his name, and then he has a lien for or a mortgage for the second position for the equity that he owes.
The seller wouldn't take that. The seller wouldn't take any second lien position offer.
Okay, that's what I was curious if I was able just to buy it with his lien. Yeah, because I was curious because I've been acquiring a lot of properties this way where I've been buying it with the debt in place, and then whatever equity that there is negotiated with the seller, we have that in second position because typically the first position is still in place. He's not open to allowing me to buy it that way.
Well, which is the reason why the seller is asking for, as little as the 50% down, because that would eliminate the first.
Right.
A number of this assumable debt do not allow second lien position. So sellers have been smart to say, hey, if you're able to, the sellers can pay off the first lien, but they don't want to because they want an exit. So if a buyer comes in paying off the first lien, oftentimes seller would take a note on the second. And that's the only way they would take a note, because that note keeps them now in first position because of what the economy and market rate is. So that's why he was open to that, like, hey, if you can't assume it, or if you can assume, then you have to pay cash the difference. If you cannot assume, then I will take a note for you, but you need to pay the first lien off.
Yeah, because I was even thinking, even if I went and grabbed some financing for it, right? Like even if I were to get 60 to 70%, that would still be a bank that would come and still have to sit in first position. So he would still have to be in second position. Yeah. He wouldn't be open to that either?
No, he's not open to second lien position.
Okay, yeah. So it's either basically bring in half cash or all cash type of thing is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
What would hold them back from like?
I think that with confidence because I submitted other offers with those scenarios, even offering to finance the debt and putting the seller in a non-recourse or second lien position, and it's just been enough.
Yeah, because I do all those. I understand those strategies as well. Yeah. So I wanted to get into those. But that's why I'm asking up front, like, hey, so basically to me, And so the only way that I personally can do this, and I can't go get financing because if I do, they're going to want to sit in first position. So I'd have to come in and just bring cash to the table to clear out, whatever he owes, and then he could finance 50 or just come in and pay all cash.
Right.
Got you. What offers are you guys currently getting in then, I guess? I'm trying to look at it still and see if I can make it make sense for myself.
What offers do we get in?
Yeah, have you guys got any offers that came in already? Like what are other people offering you guys?
I mean, it's in that ballpark. Most of them are within that ballpark. In regards to the terms, I always encourage, the buyer should put their best term forward. There's nothing wrong in asking for, a 24 to 36 month term with, as little as 3 to 5% interest rate amortized over 30. I've probably just seen 1 or 2 sellers that want market rate. Like, seriously, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah, but if you tell me what your offer is going to be before you put it on the LOI, I can tell you, yes, it's going to go through, or no, we need to tweak this or that.
Got you.
So, and I can't think of a strategy out there that I have not come across.
Yeah, well, because personally, I wouldn't be able to bring cash to the table, at least what I have available or with my network that's available now to gather cash up right now. Wouldn't be able to put down that amount. That's why I'm trying to see the other way. It's like, hey, if I were to bring my own non-recourse loan or something like that to the table, or that's why I'm trying to see. And you already know that he's not open to the other ways that I'm trying to get to.
It's not something that it basically is. It's just the type of loan here. If it was a different SBA loan that is open to allow a second, obviously, it will probably be considered.
But like typically this is how I purchase properties, and a lot of banks or a lot of agents I've worked with, or even escrow, they haven't just really worked the model that much, I guess, and have that experience to know it. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just like, it works the other ways I do it, and I've purchased multiple properties this way. I wonder if it's more about the seller just being firm on that's what he wants to do, or if he's just not open at all to doing it, even though the other way is possible.
Run your options by me one more time.
Okay, so what I was saying is, because I want to be able to give him his number too, and I want to be able to make it work for me. And the only ways that I can do it is me personally saying, like, me with my network or me with my team, that I can do is either one, buy the property with the debt in place, so that stays in first position, and then whatever, like, let's say he owes 760 and he wants 1.8, right? So in that scenario where 760 is in first position because that's where it currently stands, and then I say, yes, I could buy your property at 1.8. If I run the numbers and it makes sense to me, let's say it's 1.8. So first position would be the same debt that's currently in place, and second position would be his equity that I would pay to him. And now I can put some money down towards the equity and then make payments to both the current debt that's in place and his equity. So then I can buy it that way. That's the quickest way I can do it. Though their first position is still gonna be there. It's gonna be the same bank that he has right now. Or second would be me going and seeing what numbers make sense, and then going and getting my own financing, and him carrying a portion of the financing, maybe 40, 30, 40%, something like that. But the same thing, if I went and got my own financing, it would clear out his debt with his name on that debt. But now my lender would have to sit in first position, putting him back in second position no matter what. And it's not about the price. It's just me thinking, how can I make it work, me personally, without having to come with, roughly $800,000 or $900,000 down and out of my own pocket. And if I can get that financed or buy the debt in place, so I take over those payments automatically, and then I just owe him whatever money I'm going to give him down, and then I'm going to owe him the difference in in second position as well. So those are the two ways that I'm trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, everything will come down to the language. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see here.
Do you know if he's ever sold that way before? Like maybe he's open to carrying the paper, but has he ever? Have you ever? Is this your first time working with this client, or have you ever sold properties for him already, or with him, or purchased with him?
Yeah, I've worked with him before.
Okay.
But in regards to this property, I think I've channeled more than 3 offers in direction. And as we're speaking, I'm just trying to filter through an email where it was like, no. I'm trying to see here. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm curious if he's ever sold a property this way where he's not only carried the paper, but he's had the debt in place stay in place, which is it's a say it again.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I think every parcel is different. You know, every loan that you get, property is always going to be different from the first or the last. And I think that's just, you know, the stake at play.
But so typically you can record like the seller's note, promissory note, or the mortgage on the property, and the bank that's in place isn't going to call. It's typically like when you're at the close of escrow that they don't like those things, that like 2 lenders at the same time on the same property don't really work together. But this is how I bought the last 8 homes this way over the last 3 months, 8 properties this way. And it was fairly simple to do it. It's just that what I've learned was the seller just was new to the seller is new to not the seller finance, but with the debt in place. And so it just took some time. And so I was able to email them like a credibility package of me purchasing properties with other agents this way. So I like leave HUD statements in there and contact information to the agents that I've closed deals with this way. And at the same time, I don't mind emailing you guys that package as well. So then maybe there could be a couple of videos in there that break down when buying with a debt in place and then without that. Maybe one of those things can help you out as well, at least see if this is something they're open to. I don't know if it's maybe just the seller's never done it with some debt in place, but if they're open to it and I can give them at least the majority of everything else they're asking for, would you think that would possibly be an opportunity for us to work together?
I can say one thing is this: I'm always the person that will encourage send your best offer. The least we will get is no. So I'm that guy that will knock on the door until nobody answers, right? What I can say is this: from previous experience and feedback, a non-recourse seller financing is a non-starter. So any offer that is coming through must either be a first position with recourse. So having said that, send over your best offer and it would definitely be presented.
That's what we'll do. What we'll do. Jacob, do you have his email?
Oh, Jacob has mine.
Okay, perfect.
He has my book.
Do I have it? I can get everything over Eddie's information and mine to Jody. That's no problem. And she can get it to you guys.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll send over a little bit of a credibility package of who I am and how I purchase properties and how I've purchased these already in the past. But at the same time, we'll go ahead and submit an offer that at the same time we'll give the seller like at least the numbers he's looking for or around there. And I'll present him the ways that I explained, like, hey, this is the way that I can purchase it. And if he happens to not, accept it, that's okay. But if he happens to counter and we can work something out, even better.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Put that together. If you have a schedule of real estate that you own, add that to the package with proof of funds. So that way we can present you to the seller as a solid buyer for consideration.
Okay. That works. That's fine.
Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Were there any other questions?
All right, guys.
No, well, thank you so much, Rick and Eddie, for your time. Do you do you by chance have any other listings that the seller may be open to carrying?
Depending on the market. If you can share your market with Rick, I'm sure we can get you a property.
Okay, cool. I mean, I buy my main markets are Georgia, Florida, and Texas, and I buy in a lot of markets within those states. So we'll go ahead and get you over some. Yeah, we'll get you over some stuff. And
me and Eddie's got some awesome stuff. Me and Eddie both have very exclusive stuff. So send over to me once I get your email or Jody, whatever, and I'll get in touch with Eddie and we'll get some things together for you guys. That's not a problem. I know Eddie, I think, has another one or maybe two kind of possible seller finance deal, and I got a couple, so we'll join up on that and get it to you.
Cool, guys. And if you guys ever have any questions, I'm not sure if you guys are versed on like seller finance or any type of creative financing, but we educate the space in that. So if you guys are ever open to learning a little bit more and adding it to your toolbox, like always just presenting it as an extra option to your seller, great. You know, and we'd like to be the buyers for opportunities like that.
Yeah.
Cool, guys.
All right, no problem. I hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
Okay.
Good time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that.
All right.